Good afternoon and happy Monday, Facebook world. This is Alan Burdetsky, your real estate broker here with some tidbits on how to get your offer accepted. In this market, when sellers are pretty much in control of who gets to buy their home and what price they get, you need to be creative and think outside the box as a buyer to even have a chance of getting your offer accepted nowadays. I put together a few ideas of how your offer will stand out and give you, the buyer, a better chance to get your offer accepted with a seller. First and foremost, I recommend submitting a little bit more than the generally customary 3% earnest money deposit. What is an earnest money deposit? An earnest money deposit is a good faith deposit that you put into escrow once your offer is accepted, which shows the seller that you're serious and that you have the funds to make the transaction work. Normally 3% is the standard. I would bump that up to 5%. It stands out a little more and will definitely separate you from the pack of the rest of the buyers. Additionally, you definitely want to show the seller that you're qualified. Submitting a proof of funds, submitting a pre-approval letter from a lender that has actually run a desktop underwriting software to make sure that your loan will get funded is very, very important in getting your offer accepted. Can't put enough weight on that point alone. You also want to give sellers the time to move. Oftentimes, sellers will need 4 or 5 days, sometimes up to a month, to move out of their residence because either it's during the school year or they're relocating and there's just a lot going into a move. I'm sure anybody that's moved out there knows that moving is not an easy task. So if you give the sellers some time to move out, that usually goes a long way as well. Another thing that you may want to consider is shortening or completely waiving contingencies. According to a standard purchase contract, the defaults say that you have 14 days to do inspections, that you have 17 days to do an appraisal, and 21 days to release your loan contingency. If you can reduce your inspection contingencies down and do your appraisal within your inspection contingency, a lot of times you can show the seller that you're willing to waive your your appraisal contingency, and that goes a long way with sellers too. Sometimes, now especially with homes going in multiple offers over asking price, the appraisal doesn't come in at value. As a buyer, you need to make an informed decision on where the market is going. Do you think that the market is going to continue to increase? Do you feel that rates are stable and will continue to fuel the seller's market that we have now? You got to ask yourself these questions. If you agree with those, then you may want to consider bridging the gap or at least meeting the seller halfway if the appraisal comes in less than what the sales value is. Also, I'm a very firm believer of writing your best offer up front. Stand on your strongest leg coming out the gate. A lot of buyers nowadays, they want to just get their feet wet, submit an offer, and see where the seller comes back to them at. Most of the time, you're probably not even going to get a number from the seller. You're going to just get something that says submit your best and final. So really, you're kind of banging your head against the wall. If as a buyer, you come out with your best foot forward and submit your strongest offer, there's a chance that the seller will take you seriously and may not even do an open house. They may just accept your offer beforehand if you come in strong enough. That, along with putting together some of the other suggestions that I had recommended, really will make your offer stand out. If you have any questions about looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate and need a broker that thinks outside the box and gets things done, please call me, Alan Burdetsky, at 818-312-0831. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you again soon.